The use of the chat room for synchronous communication requires some set of rules or guidelines for effective teaching and learning to take place in an online environment. In the absence of these guidelines, synchronous session can create a chaotic and disorderly class meeting in the chat room. The students post anything and at any time, and the teacher or the online moderator may lose control of the flow of discussion. The following are simple rules and guidelines to be observed while inside the chat room. The teacher greets the students upon entering the chat room. To check the attendance, you may advise to state their name and location. Do not start the class discussion if majority of the students are not present. Spend time to socialize with students by way of asking light and friendly questions while waiting for others to enter the chat room. Advise students not to post their answers unless they are asked to. Encourage students to reflect on the questions raised by the teacher and on the answer of their classmates while waiting for their turn to react or participate in the discussions. The teacher should follow up or sustain the discussions by way of encouraging the students to post their reactions. Use the messages or whisper button to address specific needs or concerns of a particular student or group of students. Avoid reprimanding the students in the chat room. Schedule chat session in a group of 10 to 12 students to promote and sustain online interaction. If you have a big class, you may divide them and schedule specific chat sessions for each group. Try to use emoticons to motivate the students and to enliven the discussions. This is one technique to humanize what technology has dehumanized. In the event of a need to leave the chat room, always post a note so that everyone is aware of your exit. Do the same when you return. This applies for both the teacher and the students. Always encourage students to think and reflect at all times. Prepare questions that will engage students in higher cognitive thinking. The teacher or the chat moderator is encouraged to use a different font style and color for ease in identification. Predict the closing time for the chat. Summarize class discussions and conclude the meeting by way of commending the students for their participation. As a general rule, observe other pointers on etiquette. Guidelines must be made clear to the students prior to a chat session. By following these guidelines, you are well on your way to an orderly and organized session.